Greetings and salutations, welcome back to TryHackMe's Advent Cyber 2025. You have made it to day 15. I am proud of you. Today is Web Attack Forensics Drone Alone. Ooh. So what is our story? Let's dive in and find out. PBFC Drone Scheduler Web UI is getting strange long HTTP requests. Splunk raises an alert. Apache spawned an unusual process. On some endpoints, these requests cause the web server to execute shellcode, which is obfuscation, and hidden within the base64 payload. For this room, your job as the blue teamer is to triage the incident, identify compromised hosts, and extract, decode the payload, and determine the scope. You will be using Splunk to pivot between the web Apache logs and the host level sysmon elementary. Follow the investigation steps below for each corresponding to a Splunk query and investigate the investigation below. Learning objectives. Detect and analyze malicious web activities through Apache's access and error logs. Investigate the OS level attacks, actions, and sysmon data. Identify and decode suspicious or obfuscation attackers' payload. Reconstruct the data. Reconstruct the full attack chain using Splunk for blue team investigations. Remember, we need to come down here and start our target machine and also start our attack box. I completely forgot to do that initially. We're doing it now. Okay, so we are going to pop that into a new window and we're going to minimize this one like we have been doing. Make sure we check that. The machine can take about 3 minutes to fully boot, so hopefully you got yours already started. And if you're curious about what these words might be, like HTTP or sysmon, remember you click on these. Splunk, they give you a little information. Pretty cool. Apache. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna come on down. And remember, blue team is like defenders. All right, so I now have the address loaded here, so we're going to copy this and keep note of the username blue and the password pass1234. So we're going to come on over here, and that's not loaded. All right, so we'll go ahead and bring up Firefox, and then once that loads Firefox, we can then input the URL. All right, now that Firefox is loaded, we'll put that in. It hasn't spun up yet. All right, perfect. So now that we're in, type our website in, blue, and we'll do pass1234 as the password. And we'll say not now, and it will log us in. Okay, perfect. So now that this is loaded, we'll go back here and we'll scroll down. We got to this page. And so we're gonna be using Splunk. We're going to adjust our time range to like 7 days or all time. We'll do all time. And the command we're running is this one here, index equals Windows. We're gonna look at Apache access. And we're looking for stuff like cmd.exe or PowerShell or PowerShell exe or invoke expression. And we're going to pipe that to table time, host, client IP, URI path, URI query, status. We're going to go ahead and copy that. We're going to paste that in here. And then we're going to change our time, this is very important, to all time. Big thing right there. Okay, so now we got some stuff here. So we have cmd equal PowerShell, exe, and then we got some encoding, looks like something, maybe base64, I'm not sure. cmd equals cmd, exe, cmd equal PowerShell. And this is coming from the cpi-bin/hello.bat. And it's off the web server. That's kind of strange. All right. What's it want us to do now? Okay, it wants us to go to the base64.org site here. All right, so it wants us to decode it. So we will just highlight this. We'll copy that. We'll come over here and we will paste it. And then we'll click decode. This looks a little weird, but if you look closely here, it says THIS, so this is now mine. Mwahahaha. This is now mine. Exclamation mark. Mwahaha. You just have to read in between all the question marks. Okay, crazy. A little scary, isn't it? Okay, so let's get back into action. So some weird message left to us in base. So looking for the server-side errors or command execution Apache error log, we're going to change our search query. So we're going to still keep the index Windows login. So what I'm going to do actually here is I want to open up another tab so we can have one tab for each of our queries. Sound good? Awesome. I'm going to open up actually a couple more. I'm going to open up like 4. So index equals Windows, Apache errors, not Apache access, but Apache errors, cmd.exe or PowerShell or internal server errors. We're going to copy that, come in here, we're going to put that there, and remember, change this to all time. All right, Click on that, and now we got 3 errors here. So what do we got? PowerShell exe, and that encoded message is not recognized as internal or external command. So this came from, again, that hello.bat, hello.bat. Yeah, so it tried to do it 3 times, but these did not run successfully. These are things that we can do as blue teamers to see an attempt at them trying to execute commands on our server. So indicators of compromise. Please make sure you select view raw from the drop-down menu above events. Oh, maybe we need to do that too. So we'll do that real quick, just in case. So we'll go to lists and we'll change this to raw. Okay, we can still see there's like CGI error. Yeah, same kind of stuff though. Okay, we're gonna open up to the next tab there. And what else we got? If a request like CGI-bin hello.bat seems to be triggered a 500 internal service error, it means the attacker input was processed by the server but failed during execution, a key sign of exploitation attempts. Checking these results help confirm whether the attack has reached the backend or remained blocked at the web layer. So now we're going to look for sysmon exposure. So sysmon is something that's made by Microsoft, and it monitors the system. Sysmon. All right, so we're going to be typing in index equals windows underscore sysmon base parent image equals httpd.exe. The query focuses on process relations from sysmon logs specified when the parent process is Apache httpd.exe. And we're going to click view table. In the drop down menu, we'll choose event. Okay, so we're going to dump this in here. We're going to change it back to all time. We're going to click search, and we wanted to change this to table. Make sure we're set it to table. All right, we'll just replace that in. All right, so we'll go down to view here, and we'll change that to table. There we go. So web app servers, you got C, Windows, System 32, exe, Apache. There's that hello.bat again. Okay, what does it say? Typically, Apache should only spawn worker threads, not system processes like CMD or PowerShell XT. So we do see these System 32s, system. But we do see CMD EXEs, quite a few of them through here. There's http.exe. There's those hello.bats. We shouldn't be seeing the web app server actually running those commands, not normally, right? So I'm coming down. The results show child process such as these indicate successful command injection where Apache executed a system command. The above is one of the strongest indicators that a web attack penetrated the operating system. Okay, so now confirm attacker enumeration activity. So when an attacker first gets command line execution, they want to know who they're running as. And the best command that we'll run is who am I? It tells us what user we have access to. And that's a gold mine information. So, because we don't know what's going on, how can we attack the system? We have to make plans, right? According to that, so we have to enumerate. Remember, knowing is half the battle or something. So again, we did the who am I, we did all time, we'll scroll on down. They don't want us to change the view type. Just leave us view table. All right, boop, there we go. Oh, that's a lot nicer. So we got the who am I, who am I, who am I. We have multiple who am I's. That's a pretty strong indicator that somebody was here. So identify the base64 encoded PowerShell payloads. In the final step, we will work to find all successful encoded commands. To search for encoded strings, we can use the Splunk query, index equals windows, sysmon again. Now the image we're looking for is PowerShell exe with command line with the ENC for the encoding, or command line encode command, or command line base64. So we're going to copy that. And so this query detects PowerShell commands containing encode command or base64 text, a common technique attackers use to hide the real command because it encodes in base64 and the machine can decode and read it. If your defenses are correctly configured, this query should return no results, meaning the encoded payload such as "mwahaha" message never ran. If the results appear, and you can decode the base64 command to inspect the attacker's true intent. Alright, let's see. We'll type that in, we'll change it to all time. Did they make it through? No, because we have good defenses. Oh, we are to the questions. Let's see, what questions we got? What is the reconnaissance executable file name? What is the reconnaissance executable file name? So remember, when we was talking about being a threat actor, and one of the first things we do to gather knowledge for enumeration is we want to know who we are, which would likely be who am I exe. There we go. We'll just right click that, we'll copy, we'll come back over here, we'll paste it in. What happens? We got it. Okay, so what executable did the attacker attempt to run through the command injection? What executable did the attacker attempt to run through the command injection? Back over, see what we can find. So if we remember, they were trying to run a PowerShell. Let's see here. They were trying to do that muahahaha, right? So right here, see the CMD equals PowerShell.exe. And then they were trying to encode that with base64. Let's see if that is accurate. That was it, guys. Alright, thank you very much for joining me here. You guys did an amazing job. I want you to stay safe, stay secure, and do good. You guys, have a good one out there. Alright, take care.